Hello everyone to Information Communication Technology Paper 2 for Document Production for October-November 2020. We're going to start with the very first task for Microsoft Office Word, and starts by giving us some of the source files, which include CSV, RTF, CSV another, JPEG, RTF, CSV and another, RTF. So let's go and locate these files. We can see here is the folder, so let's extract it. And let's check the contents. Let's group by type and let's check them. How many files do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we also have 9 files over here. So in task number 1, evidence, we have to prepare the evidence document. Open the evidence RDF file. Make sure your name, center number, candidate number appear on every page of this document. So let's look for the evidence file. And then let's put the name, center number, candidate number. They did not mention where do we have to put it, just on every page supposed to be appear. So it is our freedom to put it in header or footer. I'm going to put it in the header. Let's add the blank 3 columns. And let's put the information separately over here, as nothing is mentioned where to put them. And then candidate number and center number, and then candidate number. After that, close it and go back to the question paper. We're done with the first part. Save this document in your work area as in 2020 evidence, followed by your candidate number, for example as this one. And then you will need to place your evidence documents over here. So let's go to file and file as, save as, and browse to your working area. This is my working area where I'm doing all of my files over here. Put the name and make sure you're typing your candidate number. Another thing, make sure that you're choosing the right extension of the Word document. Save it over here and go and make sure that it is added as the same way you want it. Okay, so we're done with task number 1. So let's go to task number 2. It says in task number 2 for the document, you're going to edit an information sheet. The company uses a corporate house style for all its documents. Okay, so 2 paragraph styles have already been created. We should already whenever we open that file, we already should have the 2 existing styles in it. Additional paragraph styles must be created and applied to the information sheet as instructed. The rest we're going to create it. So open that event.rtf and let's go and look for the event file. Okay, there are around how many pages? 4 pages. And then the page is set up to A4, landscape orientation, 2 cm margins. Do not make any changes to those settings. So let's go and just check it. Let's go to layout. We can click over this arrow. So it says it's supposed to be landscape and A4 and 2 margins from each side. So 2 margins are set already. Landscape, and the paper is supposed to be A4. Okay. Save the document in your work area in the format of the software. That means here it is a must that we save it with the extension of the Word document, and with the file name, which is RW details, read and write details. Okay, so let's go to file, save as, browse, and write the name and make sure you're choosing the Word document extension. And let's save it, and let's make sure we have another file added over here. Okay, let's go to the next part. Evidence number 1, placing the evidence document in a screenshot to show this file has been saved. Make sure that the evidence of the file type. So what we need to show the extension, and make sure also here the type is showing in Microsoft Word document. So take a screenshot for this one. And we need to place it in evidence number 1. Okay, great. Adjust the size if it is too small or too big, so when you print it, the text is clear to read. Question number 2, place in the header your name. So it is clear here in this next file. We're talking right now about this file. So place in its header the name, center number, and candidate number, and it's supposed to be center aligned. So that is really clear. Let's go to our file, double click in the header, and in the header section add the blank 3 columns, and they said in the center, so click in the center one and add your information. Okay, there is nothing needed from right or left, so delete it. The next one, it says in the footer we need to get the automated page number, which is supposed to be right aligned. So let's go to the footer, double click on it, and in the footer add the blank 3 columns on the right side. Click the right one as they say to be right aligned, and let's look for quick parts. In the quick parts, go to field and look for the page. There is nothing specifically mentioned in the page, so just click on by default it will be added into these numbers in the first format, and here we go, we got it on every page. What we don't want is let me go back, this center and the left one, we don't need them, so we can remove them. After that, make sure that all alignments match the page margins, everything inside the 2 cm not exceeding out of this margin area, and no other text placeholder included in the header and footer. What I mean, those right alignments over here and left alignments, I deleted them. Also from the footer we had other stuff, we deleted them, we don't need them. Header and footers are displayed on all the pages. It is for sure showing on all the pages, as you can see. After that, we're done with this question. Let's go to question number 3. At the start of the document, enter the title, which is called Tawara MTB Marathon Race. So let's copy this and go to the very start of the page and enter the name over here. Okay, and right now create and store the following styles, basing each on the default paragraph style. So remember, we have to base it on the paragraph style, and we have to create 3 house styles. Okay, let's start with the first one. So to create a house style, click over here. As you get this screen, we should be having 2 already ready over here. As you can see, if my cursor is located here and I click over here, so as my cursor is here and I click over this style, it is changing. Never mind, even if it is changing, because later we're going to get the instructions to set this over what style. So anyway, we got 2 styles already here. We need to start to create our own styles. So let's put this next to each other's. Let's create over here, click on new style, and let's add our first style. So RW title, make sure spelling, capital, small letters not to be mistaken with, and put it here. Second thing, the style type always supposed to be based on paragraph, so always choose to be paragraph. After that, the style based on, it's supposed to be always on normal, otherwise it will be based on other styles and taking the characters from it. The last one will be matching with the name of the style. So we got the first one, and we need to add the specific criteria. So the font style is supposed to be serif. Serif means decorated, so we can choose for the decorated, any decorated, like Times New Roman is a decorated one. The font size is supposed to be 36, and then we have alignment, which is supposed to be center, and enhancement supposed to be bold and italic. So bold italic, line spacing, and the line before and after. The point is supposed to be 0, 0 to make sure of that. Go to paragraph. Over here you can see the line is single, before and after spacing is zeros. Okay, and it is added. The next one, which is RW subtitle, so let's go and create another one that's supposed to be subtitle, and then in the font supposed to be, sorry, I still need to adjust here. That's supposed to be based on paragraph, and this is supposed to be based on normal, and the last one supposed to be matching with the name. So the formatting of the font type supposed to be sans serif. Arial is sans serif, so I'm going to keep it. The font size supposed to be 20, and it's supposed to be right alignment. It has to be underlined, single, and 0, 0 to make sure of single and 0, 0. Again, over here zeros and here single. Okay, and add it. The next one we're having is RW subhead. So let's create the last one based on paragraph, and here based on normal. Then serif means decorated. You can choose any of the decorated fonts. You can choose this one. Usually I choose Arial as sans serif and Times New Roman as a serif. The font size is supposed to be 18. It's supposed to be center alignment, bold, underlined, and single, and but the space after is supposed to be 8 points. So let's go to format, paragraph, single, the space before 0, the space after is supposed to be 8. So you have to write it down. Okay, click on OK. Okay, we're done. We're supposed to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 5 styles. So evidence number 2, place in your evidence document a screenshot to show that the style setting have been defined for the RW subhead for the last one. So let's show them the evidence, which will be in evidence number 2. Go back here, RW subhead, which is this one. Right click and modify, and take a screenshot for this one to show them the settings. If you want to show about this one, which is actually already mentioned here, so we don't need, but if you want it, you can put next to each other like this and take the screenshot. Otherwise it is already mentioned here, no need for that, so just take a screenshot for this one, and that's going to be evidence number 2, and paste it below the title of evidence number 2. It is too large, so you can adjust it, not too also very small. This is a good size. And then let's go to the next question. So question number 5, display these custom style names as a list in the style manager or organizer and provide a screenshot of this list. Place this screenshot in your evidence document. So let's show them the list of the styles in evidence number 3. Go back to your evidence. Here are the styles, all of them. So let's take a screenshot for these styles. Mainly we want to see all our styles that we're going to use. That's going to be evidence number 3. So paste it below the title of evidence 3. Okay, let's go back again to the next question. The style RW body has already been created since before it was created, stored and applied to the document text. Modify this so only the following formatting is applied. So let's check it, put them next to each other. We have RW body, right click and modify, and let's see the name, matching with the name over here. It's supposed to be sans serif, so we have to change this into sans serif font. It's supposed to be 10. Here it is not 10, so put it into 10. It needs to be justified. To be justified, you have to go to Format, click on Paragraph, and over here in Alignment, you have to choose to be justified and click on OK. Usually it is by default justified, but you can see it is added over here. Enhancement, there is nothing enhanced, so you have to remove any enhancement added. Okay. If I add enhancement over here, you will see it is added, so just make sure it is removed, then single, 0 and 9 after that. So let's go to paragraph. So as you can see here, it is 0, but in the after spacing it is 3, so just make it into 9 points. And then here the spacing is supposed to be single. Click on OK. As you can see here, after the point, it is after the space after is added into 9 points. Click on OK. And then we need to show this as an evidence number 4. Place in your evidence document screenshot of this style setting for the RW body style. So let's go over here, back again, right click, modify, and take the screen capture of this. So that's supposed to be evidence number 4, and add it over here. Okay, the next question. Apply the RW title style to the title text entered at step 3. So let's go back at step 3 and check. That must be the title. Okay, that must be the title. So what we need to apply to title? RW title. So here is the title over here, and we need to make it R title. Make sure it is saved in each step you're doing. Let me also save the evidence. And let's go to the next question. Enter your name immediately after the subtitle. Events details by. Okay, let's check. Where is this? It's over here. Event details by. And what we need, enter your name immediately after the subtitle. And apply RW subtitle to this line of the text. So let's put the name over here, and we need to apply RW subtitle. Change the page layout so that the subheading event format and all the following text is displayed in 2 columns, equal width of 2 centimeter space between. So 2 centimeter space supposed to be between the columns. As what? As a space, not as a width of the column. So the text supposed to change into 2 columns, starting from where? Starting from the subheading event format. So let's go and check where is that event format. Over here. So starting from here till all the following text supposed to be displayed in 2 columns. So let me remove this, and let's start from here, highlight it till the end, and let's go and apply 2 columns. So go to layout, columns, and choose to be 2 columns, but we still need to adjust the space into 2 columns. So you can go over here and click on more columns. You can see there is a spacing over here. Make it into 2 centimeter. If your unit is not in centimeter, then you can change it from inches to centimeter. There is a video that you can go and look in the page, which will show you how to convert from inch to centimeter and vice versa. Then click on OK, and you will see the space here adjusted into 2 centimeter. This is the space is noticed here. Apply bullets to the list from Vipers to under 8. So let's go and look, is there anywhere that you've, okay, it's over here. You can see there is a list here starting from Vipers till under 8 till here. We need to highlight it, and we need to apply bullets to the list from okay, we don't have any style that contain bullets, so we have to go to home and we have to apply the bullets from here. But before to apply, let's make sure of those points. The bullets are indented 2.5 centimeter from the left margin, and the list is in single line spacing with no space between the lines, and there is a 9-point space after the last item in the list. So let's apply one by one. First of all, let's highlight them and let's apply any kind of bullet list. You can choose because it's not specifically mentioned anything. I'm just going to add the most common one. After that, we need to make the indent from the left margin to be 2.5 centimeter indentation. To do this, right click over here and click on paragraph, and you're going to get more or less the same screen that we used to get previously. And you can see the indentation is mentioned here, and I have before and after. In your computer, this text might appear in different way. It might be written left and here might be written right. So for me, I need to change it from the left side or before the text, and I need to make it into 2.5. So just write it down, 2.5. Oops, it closed because I pressed enter. Let me open it back again. So it is 2.5 indentation. And the second point, the list supposed to be in single line spacing with no space between the lines. As you can see here, it's single and there is no spacing between the lines or any spacing. Okay. The last point, we need to make sure that it is 9 point after the last item in the list. So just click on OK. Go to the last one, or no need even to highlight it, just put the cursor and again right click, paragraph. This will apply it only to the last item. What we need to do, we just need to make sure that the space after is 9 point. Click on OK. So what happened, only for the last list it happened to be 9 spacing. Let's go to the next question. Identify 6 subheadings in the document and apply RW subhead style to each of them. Okay, we have to find 6 subheadings. Let's start. This seems like the first one. So I'm going to be holding Control key on the keyboard and selecting different subheadings in different locations. So right now I selected the first one. Right now I'm going to click on Control and select the second one. I have the third over here, fourth. Wait a minute, this is part, make sure this is part of the table. So this seems not correct. I'm going to remove it. So I have so far here 3, 4, 5, and here is the 6th one. So make sure you don't have any other extra. This can be tricky. This can look like a header, but this is actually part of the table. So be careful about those points. So I have 6 over here, and they need to be RW subhead. Got to make sure, yes, RW subhead. The next question, locate the table in the document. I believe we already found the table, which is over here. And apply the RW table to the style of the table. So go and select RW table. Delete the entire row of the novice pairs category. So let's check where is the novice. It's over here, novice pairs. And what we need to do, we need to delete the entire row of this novice pairs. So it's over here. Just to make it easy for you guys, you can do one thing. You can click over the table here, and you can go over here you can see there is no border at all applied to it. You can add all the borders, but later don't forget to remove them if the question didn't ask you to add any border. So just to make our work easy, add it here so all the borders and grid lines become clear. Highlight over that novice pairs category and press over backspace or delete and go and select to delete the entire row. Okay, so it got deleted. After that, edit the table so that it looks like this. So great, as you can see here, the grid lines already added. So that was the first point in case you didn't add it. So just select the whole table, go over here and add all borders. So this is the previous point that I did it to help me, but it is actually part of the question here. So let's try to compare right now, and let's try to make it look like exactly that table. I'm going to close this one and make this a little bit comfortable to see, and let's put them next to each other and let's compare and do them. Okay, you can see the first row supposed to be merged, so highlight all the first rows, all the columns in the first row, right click and merge cell. You can see that it is center aligned, so I'm going to make it center. The rest are more or less the same. Okay, another thing to notice, category and all the contents of category are left aligned, but vertically they're in the center. Only horizontally they're left aligned. So to do those things, you can just go back to the layout here easily. Let me expand it, and you can adjust it according to it. Okay, so as you can see here, everything's supposed to be left aligned but in the center of the vertical position. So let's highlight it and let's make it as it is. This is the right way. Let's compare. It is matching. Second one, the age. The age seems everything in the center, vertically and horizontally. So let's make all of them to be in the center. After that, you have the Max Rider category, all center. And then you notice, okay, let's come back to this later. You will notice over here, this one is merged between the age 18 and 40. So let's take this and this together and merge them. Another one is also the notes applied for both categories, solo and solo, so the next category. So let's highlight them and merge them. And the notes supposed to be to the left alignment, so actually it is already left aligned, but you can just adjust it. And again, for the last comparison, let's check what is missing. You will notice that these heights are a little bit smaller comparing to those heights. As you can see here, let me put them. So what you can do, you just can extend the height over here. You can just drag it by using over here this option, or you can go over here and go to the height and increase the height a little bit. You will notice that this is not in the center, so just make it to be in the center. The next one also increase the height. I think they are both matching in the height, so I'm going to make it both the same height. Then let's go to the first solo category or row, and it seems okay. This seems fine. Next question. Let's expand back again. 15. Format only the first row of the table so it has a white 14-point sans serif font. So let's go to the first here. it has a white 14, so the color is supposed to be white color, and it's supposed to be 14. So let's put the color later. First 14 point, and it's supposed to be sans serif, means without any colors. I'm just going to choose Calibri, and then it's supposed to be a white color. After that is bold and italic, so B and italic, and then it has a black background. So for the background, you can go over here, here, and choose the background to be black. Make sure the table borders and all the data fit within the column width. What I mean that here is the table, here is the width. You can extend the width a little bit to be matching exactly. I believe right now it is matching exactly with the table, as you can see. So I made it according to the width of the column. Second point, no words are split where the text is wrapped in column 4. As you can see, those are wrapped and there is no splitting of words. And is complete, load, planning, writers, less. Okay, everything is good. And then all internal and external grid lines are displayed when printed. As you can see, we already made the borders to be visible, and internal and external grid lines are visible. And there is a 9-point space after the table. We haven't do this, so let's put here space. And as you can see here, what we can do, actually we can just put a 9-point font, but with the 9-point there is an extra space below that, so let's go here and remove the space after the paragraph. So this is exactly a 9-point space after the table. Okay, so number 16 done. Let's go to number 17 and spell check and proofread the document. So let's go to review, spelling and grammar check, and let's find out. This is just not unnecessary, however. Oops, no. And then we have another word here. This is a word, so dirt grade. I'm not going to change it. And then let's go to the next one. Ignore it. 3 stages also fine. 12 and 24 minutes also fine. Okay, so there are no any real grammar or spelling mistakes. Save it, and let's go to the next question. Make sure that the list and table are not split over the columns or pages. As we can see, we have list and tables. There is a list and there is a table. They are not splitted into 2 different pages. There are no widows or orphan. To make sure of this point, let's go and check all the titles followed by the contents. Then there is no widow or orphans. There are no blank pages. I have only 2 pages, none of them is blank, and spacing is consistent between all items. As you can see, the space is all consistent between all of them. And save the document using the same file name that we used it in step number 1, which was RW. Let me go back to make sure of it. It was RW details. So the name is supposed to be the same name, as you can see here. And then just make your printout. So after that, you're going to print out your paper. And let's have a look at the print preview. And here we go. You just need to directly print it into 2 pages. Make sure your the header and footers are displayed, and that's all. That's going to be the end of this paper for document production task. If you have any question, you can comment in the comment section, and best of luck in your exam, and see you in the next task.